So there is potential to actually follow this show up in another 20 years and sort
That
of.
you see, that would be my dream, because my
Yeah.
favorite there's a movie called Before Sunrise,
Yeah.
which follows a couple, and then I think 10 years later they made Before Sunset, and then 10 years later they made, and they're different, but it's like, I love that idea of revisiting themes again and
Yeah.
again when you get older, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's not the same show, very clear,
No.
not the same show, but it's the same themes redone more maturely.
Do you actually have any comedy heroes yourself? Is there anyone that you
Oh
aspire
yes,
to?
yes. So I would say, of those living and dead in that umbrella, I would say Joan Rivers,
Mm-hmm.
right? Richard Pryor, right?
Oh,
Those
wonderful.
two are the ones where I couldn't believe the stuff they were saying, because for the beginning of my comedy career, I'd never watched comedy, right?
Mm.
And then interesting comedy hero, not a stand-up comic, but Roberto Benigni. I watched Life is Beautiful.
Right.
And I was amazed that it could take such serious, depressing things and make them funny. And that's when I was like, oh, comedy is more than just knob gags and what I've been watching. So I decided to almost study, right? And so I got recommendations. Who are some of the greats I should watch? And some of them, I watched everyone. And the ones which really stood out were Richard Pryor, Joan Rivers, and then of those living now, Chris Rock is my favorite.
People are going to be piling in to come and see this show all over the country. What do you hope people are going to take away from it?
I hope that this is a very much a celebration of why I do what I do, right? And why I've kept doing it for 20 years. So I hope it's, I mean, it's an hour of fun and laughter, but I also hope it's got that. I'll give you an example. So I've, you know, when you have someone come over just to do the boiler, right? There's some people who you can see they hate their job and they hate their life. And there are other people who love it, even though it's the same job. And I'm trying to get to the core of, like, how do you enjoy your life? How do you enjoy what you do? So even though there are all these lofty things like talking about racism and stereotypes, it's really about how do we hit just joy in what we do. And that's really, I hope people laugh, but they also leave like, yeah, my life, I should enjoy this and I should celebrate this.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds
That
incredible.
I don't know if I'm not really giving it away, but the Feed This Black Man, the idea is I've been fed with food now. I'm overweight, right?
Yeah.
So now it's like, feed my mind, feed my spirit, feed me with something other than food. That's
Wonderful.
that's the idea of the show.